Hi friends, this is Krishnasri. So today I would like to explain you about IUPAC nomenclature. IUPAC nomenclature. Do you know about organic chemistry? So the word organic chemistry includes a most important element, carbon. The most important element, carbon. So this is an element which is used in our daily life. Even we have two types of carbons. One is crystalline crystalline carbon, and the second is amorphous carbons. Means these are just two types of carbons. So when coming to crystalline, it consists of diamond. As you all know what is diamond. And next, graphite which is used in our pencils. And next, third one is Buckminster fullerenes. Buckminster fullerenes, which is also called as C60. It consists the shape of a football. It seems to be as a football because football has pentagonal and hexagonal figures. It has pentagonal and hexagonal figures. So the Buckminster fullerenes also has the pentagonal and hexagonal figures. So now we have understood what are the types in the carbon, what is graphite, what is diamond, Buckminster fullerenes which has the shape of a football, and carbon. So the carbon forms multiple number of bonds because of four reasons. First one is catenation. Catenation is nothing but the phenomena in which the carbon forms more number of bonds, long chains. It's called as a catenation. Next, coming to tetravalency. Tetra, nothing but 4. Valency, nothing but vacant electrons. Tetra means 4, valency vacant electrons. Means carbon has 4 vacant electrons. Carbon has 4 vacant electrons. Why? Let us see. Carbon. This element has 4 vacant electrons. Let us go on to the electronic configuration of carbon. We can observe that 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. This is electronic configuration of the carbon. So it has 4 vacant electrons. So now how to write the IUPAC nomenclature of the carbon atoms. So let us understand about it. How to write the IUPAC nomenclature of carbon atoms. So how to write it? Let us understand. So first let us take an example, a small example, that is CH4. How many carbon atoms are there here? 1. How many hydrogen atoms are there here? 4. So whenever we write the name for an organic compound, we no need to consider hydrogen atom. Just we have to consider how many carbons are present in the given organic compound. In only these type of cases. When we go to long chains, that is completely different. So first CH4. CH4 consists of only one carbon atom, four hydrogen atoms. This is not necessary. When it is in this way, we have to make sure that we know all the names of organic compounds. First, if there is one carbon, we know it is meth. If there are two, we know eth. If there are three, we know that is prop. If there are four, we know it is but. If there are five, we know it is pent. If there are six, it is hex. If there are seven, it is hept. If there are eight, it is oct. If there are nine, it is none. And if there are 10, it is dec. If there are 11, that is undec. If there are 12, it is dodec. We know all these. Till our 10th class, we came to know till dec itself. So when we go to intermediate, we can make sure about undec and dodec. So CH4. How to write name for this? If one carbon exists in an organic compound, the name is meth. So how to write it? Meth. And more, what should we place here? I will explain you. We know what is the mean by saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So, when coming to saturated hydrocarbons, if there is a single bond between the carbon atoms, it is called as saturated hydrocarbons. They are also called as alkanes. Next, coming to unsaturated hydrocarbons. If there is double bond or triple bond existing between the atoms, they are called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. If there are two bonds, it is called as alkenes. If there are three bonds, alkynes. So, we need these words: ane, ene, ine. If there is a single bond, it is ane. If there is a double bond, it is ene. If there is a triple bond, it is ine. So, you may get a doubt that how should we make sure that the bond existing between these two atoms is single, double or triple? I will give the answer for that question. If there is no bond present between these two atoms, then definitely we have to write ane over here. Why? If there is no bond present, then it comes under saturated group, saturated hydrocarbons, and there exist alkane. Going on to second group. Are you curious to answer the second question? Okay. My second question is CH3 single bond CH2 and single bond CH3. Can you answer this question? CH3 single bond CH2 single bond CH3. We no need about these hydrogens. Just we need to think about carbons because this is an organic compound. So when there are three carbons present in a compound, then check it out. 1, no. 2, eth, no, there are only three carbons. So what is the name of three carbons present? Prop. So we need to write as prop. And what do we need to write suffix word here? Let us check it out. So when there is a single bond, we need to write ane. So there is a single bond between each and every atom. So we need to write ane over here. Propane is the name of this organic compound. So going on to next example. Let us check it out. The next example. What is the next example? CH3, which is a methane. Do you think it is a methane? No. Single bond CH2, single bond CH3. What is the name of this? Can you name this compound? I know it becomes somewhat critical for you to answer this. No need to become worry. There is an easy trick to follow this. So whenever we see this compound and this compound, then it will be easy to answer both of them. So whenever in such cases, we need to keep one thing in our mind. What is that? I'll say you. This CH2 compound is an organic compound. We know it. But the number 2 is only for the hydrogen atom. The number 2 is only for hydrogen atom and not for carbon. Not for carbon. This 2 is only for hydrogen atom. This 8 and this 2 both are for hydrogen atom. But for carbon atom there is only number 8. Carbon has here only 8 electrons, not more than 8. So here CH3, CH2, whole bracket 8, and again single bond CH3. So here how many hydrogen atoms are there? We know it. Carbon atoms 1. Here carbon atom consists of 8 carbons. So 8, again 1. So 1 plus 8 plus 1 is equals to 10. So when there are 10 atoms of carbon in an organic compound, what is the name? Let's check it out. Yeah, 10 in the sense it is dec. So we need to write dec, and here there exist single bonds between the atoms. So let us place ane beside it, decane. So next, going on to fourth example. Are you ready? Okay. The fourth example is CH3, single bond C, triple bond C, single bond CH3. Name this organic compound. How to name it? First, we have some rules to do such type of organic compounds. The first rule is, whenever there is no substituents attached to these carbons, whenever there are no substituents attached to the compounds, then we need to place the number to the highest bond side. So, from the single bond and triple bond, which is the highest bond? Triple bond. So, even though we place the numbering from here or we place numbering from here, this is in the middle of the compound. So, there is no worry. So, we can place number either from the here 1, 2, 3 or 4, or else we can place number from here 1, 2, 3 or 4. So now how many carbons are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bute. If 4 carbons are there, it is bute. So what do we need to write here? Bute. Next, this is the root word. What is this? It is the root word. So we have written bute. Next, we have to write the numbering over here. If we don't write any number over here, then it would be difficult. So we need to write the number over here. So what number we should write? Where is the bond present beside the atom? That number we have to place in here. So the bond which is nearer to the compound is the number that we have to place here. Either we can take as 2 or else from this side also. So I am considering this one. So I take 2, number 2, because this carbon contains 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 valence electrons over here. So we have to write 2 here. You may get a doubt that why can't we write 3? But we have to choose the lowest number always. We shouldn't choose the highest number beside the triple bond. Only the lowest number. That is the basic rule. So next, what should we place moreover? But to ein. Why I have placed ein here? Because it is a suffix word. It is the most important word we have to place in an each and every compound. Not only ein, in, ein. These three are the basic, very important suffix words which we have to place in front of the prefix and root word. So this is an important thing. In any organic compound, prefix, root word and suffix are plays a very important role in order to write the IUPAC nomenclature. So but2-ine. Why have we written like this? There are 4 carbon atoms. So we have written but. Then here we have written 2 because there is a triple bond near 2. So we have written ine because near number 2 there is a triple bond. That means it is an unsaturated hydrocarbon. We have to write as ine. But 2 ine is the total number or name of this organic compound. So let us go on to more and more examples which makes you very curious to answer. So next, coming to another example. Number 5. Are you ready? Okay. Now the compound is very hard to answer, but let us try how to answer it. The compound is CH2, single bond CH2, single bond CH, single bond CH3, single bond CH2 and single bond CH3. So how to write it? So whenever if the compound is in straight direction, if there are no substituents attached, it is easy for us to answer. But here there are 2 substituents attached to one another. Why? Because these are also a model to answer the IUPAC structures. They also may exist in this way. That means cyclo. This will be learnt in more and more topics. So how to answer this? First let's understand about it. So about this cyclo and more there are many types of carbon atom structures, how to answer it, and it will be learnt in further classes. So first let us learn about how to write the name of the organic compound when they are substituents attached. So one easy method to answer this is, I will say you now, wait. So first we need to take the longest carbon chain. We need to take the longest carbon chain. If we take the chain in this direction, then there will be 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms only. So if we take the longest chain direction, then they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms. So is it better to take this direction or in this direction? Probably this direction only, because whenever the substituents attached to a chain, we need to take the longest carbon chain. First point to note is longest carbon chain is considered. Next, the second point is If we take this as a parent chain, this would be the daughter chain. So, the daughter carbon atom should get the least number. So friends, this is the most important point that you have to remember in your mind. That's why I am writing it on a paper. So the daughter carbon atom should get the least number. We have to choose the longest carbon chain such that the daughter carbon atom should get the least number. Let us check. If we take numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We need not take number for here because in the previous example we saw an example in this way. This is a carbon chain and here is a substituent present. So in the same way this is a different structure. So we need not take the number for the substituent, only for the parent carbon chain. So there are how many carbons? 5 carbons. If we take numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number for the daughter chain remains same. Either we take from here or from here. The number for the daughter carbon is only 3. So there is no tension to take number either from here or from here. In another different examples would be there in which the daughter chain would get more number and less number. So in such type of cases we need to select the less number for the daughter carbon such that the chain would be longest and the daughter carbon would get the least number. So this and these are the main important points we should remember while writing the IUPAC nomenclature. So first, how to name it? Let us check. First, whenever we need to write a compound name for this, we need to remember the prefix, root word and suffix. These are very important whenever we write the organic compounds. So first let us write the prefix. How to write it? So prefix, how many carbon atoms are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the root word for 5? Pent. Root word for 5 is pent. So what is the placement of root word? In the middle. So pent and suffix. So we got this pent. How to write this pent? We understood. But what we need to write in the place of prefix? First of all, we should choose this substituent. So we have already learned CH3 is nothing but methyl. In our earlier classes, we have already learned C. There is only one carbon, so it is meth, and it is a substituent attached. So we need to put oil. So this is the name we have to write for substituents. If there is a CH3 single one CH2 single one CH2 single one CH3, in these cases we need to write propyl. If they are only substituents, remember, if there are only substituents, we need to put the name as oil. So here we need to write near prefix. Where is the methyl present? Near the number 3. So 3 methyl pent. What is the bonds present in between them? Single bonds. So when they are single bonds present, we need to write ane. So 3 methyl pent ane is the total compound name of this. I hope you understand very well. So in the next class, let us go on to the structures which are very complicated, like cyclobutane, neopentane, isopentane, everything like this. So let us learn in our next classes. And one more thing I would like to remember you, that we know what is the name of the formic gas. Do you know what is the formic gas? I hope you know what is the formic gas. This one. HCOOH. This is called a formic gas or acid. Formic acid. So remember, the name of this compound is formic acid, because this comes in one or more than one questions in our examination about this. So the name for this compound is, can you guess what is the name for this compound? Can you guess, anyone? HCOOH. The name of this compound is nothing but, I'll say you, methanoic acid. Meth and oic acid. Methanoic acid, because there is only one carbon present, so is meth. And if there are no bonds present in between them, then we should consider it as an. Whenever there is a COOH present here, then it is oic acid. So I hope you know what is all alcohol, al, aldehyde, and next coming to C double bond O, it is ketone, and COOR, it is esters, and CN, it is cyanide, and COX, acid halide, and many other like this. Like next coming to NC, it is isocyanide. So if you learn all these types of root words, then it will be these are not the root words. If you learn such type of suffixes, then it will be easy for you to write the root word whenever they give like CHO, COOH. Then you will be able to identify what is this and what is that. For example, yes, sulfonic acid. Sulfonic acid. How to write the name for the sulfonic acid? Yes, SO3H. Nothing but sulfonic acid. So you will be easy to find out how to write name of the sulfonic acid, alcohol, aldehyde, and everything. So you learn more about the organic compounds. Very interesting topic, IUPAC nomenclature, in further classes. Till then, bye bye. Take care.